Those who grow live and die. The pond stagnant is immortal, while the river, flowing clear, dies an untold number of deaths. Immortality is a topic that has sparked considerable interest throughout the Avatar fandom, but also in its world. How is a bender capable of achieving this feat, and how many have actually achieved it? Stay tuned for this video to find out. Two people are known who claim to have discovered ways to become immortal: Lao Ge and Hun Dun. Their methods differed considerably and have not been fully confirmed to work, although both lived well beyond the normal human lifespan. The first, Lao Ge, also known as Tia Guai, the Immortal, claimed to have discovered the secret at some point. It was rumored that he was more than 200 years old, and whoever insinuated at one point that he was more than 4,000 years old had numerous disciples who hoped to become immortal. Among them was the Avatar Kyoshi, who learned his methods and lived for 230 years. Lao Ge's method focused on maintaining order in the body. Since aging was the result of the body deteriorating at the smallest, most invisible levels without repairing this damage, Lao Ge argued that this process could be stopped by keeping an inventory of one's parts and putting in order all the things that had been lost. To do so, a deeper spirituality was not necessary. Instead, the method focused on using the mind, for example, through concentrated mediation. However, Lao Ge's method essentially meant that an individual had to choose a state, at which time the inventory was created, and maintain it forever. The body would never grow or change. This is an important point of the video. Lao Ge's method is purely and exclusively physical. That is, it does not involve anything related to the spiritual world, a topic we will talk about later. Hun Dun claimed that one could become immortal by drawing chi from an avatar, resulting in the latter's death in the process. Hun Dun was an ancient king who, upon facing the avatar, traveled to the spirit world so that his Siamese brother, who was injured, could survive. Hun Dun lived for centuries within the spirit world until leaving through Korra's portal. This means that perhaps any human being could greatly extend his life by staying in the spiritual world. Even so, this does not guarantee immortality, since when returning to the physical world something should happen. We know this because if not, why would Hun Dun seek to extract the Avatar's chi? Yes, partly for revenge, but he was seeking to achieve his immortality. Let's recap. There is a physical way, through the method of Lao Ge. This was the same one that Kyoshi used to extend his life. There is a spiritual way, through the extraction of an Avatar's chi. And finally, we have a third form that borders on what we could call immortality, and that is spiritual transcendence. Spirits are immortal, since they can lose their forms and even their personalities, but not die completely. Humans have the potential to become spirits like Princess Yue, and no longer be bound to their mortal bodies. However, these humans often die before transcending into spirituality, or gradually lose their former selves as they become spirits. On the contrary, this process can be the other way around, with a handful of spirits being able to assume physical forms in the mortal world, and to do so, renouncing their immortality. This is the case of Tui'ila. This third point is much more debatable and extensive. This would be the case of Uncle Iroh, and even Admiral Zhao himself, who was torn from the physical world and taken to the spiritual world, ending up in the fog of lost souls. At the moment, the oldest characters we met were Hun Dun, Lao Ge, Kyoshi, Yangchen, and Guru Pathik, who was 150 years old when he met Aang. Something in common that the two people who claim to have discovered the secret of immortality have is that they are both Earthbenders. It is very likely that spiritual immortality does not have a close relationship with earthbending, but the physical immortality process does. For now, the issue is not entirely clear and remains a mystery. What is your opinion on the subject? What else could you add? Let me know in the comments if you would like me to talk about spiritual transcendence in future videos. We'll see you next week with more. Goodbye!